No problem, Miss Grace. How's your day going?
It's good. Come on in.
Anthony, nice to meet you.
My hands are wet, so I am so sorry.
Nice
Come
to
on in.
meet you.
I know.
Take off my shoes.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. Come on in. Thank you. He's a little crazy. But
Oh, well, he's got good genes because some, I visit families every day.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't as proactive.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. He's a hit and miss sometimes. It's kind of one of those. Oh, let me get I was cooking. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Would you like any water?
Oh, well, I brought you some from Colligan just
Oh, that's
depending
so
on
funny.
your
Yeah.
questions that you have. That's why I kind of go.
Let me get this out of the way real quick. Sorry.
So, how long has this track been built for?
How long? What?
This neighborhood been built for?
22, no, 21.
21? Oh, it's real recent then. Congratulations. The ride up here, I visit a lot of neighborhoods. It's got a good vibe to it.
Yeah.
Some of them are darker. I think the older the home, the more trees kind of thing.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's got a pretty good sunlight, good layout. Just noticing when I came in here. Pretty good kitchen the way it's open.
Oh, I know.
Some of them have a wall like right in between
That's the one we didn't want.
the wall and
Sorry,
the
I'm bothering you.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, some of them you're right. It's like enclosed.
I think if you step into home ownership, we have renters that call us. Renters can only get approval from the homeowner. That's how I know just people. And then the renters normally don't get to choose their layout. It's a vision. The homeowners see their layout. It's a dream.
Right.
So essentially, when I go to the homeowners, I can see how they've seen it. Because normally, if there's a wall, it should be something going on good behind the wall.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
So I just kind of look at it as like, you never know. But so just to start off, I noticed that Colligan just sends me out for a water test.
Yeah.
And then whenever we do it, I try to clarify my role with Colligan.
Okay.
Because sometimes people have had experience with other companies.
Okay.
Is this your first water test in general?
So Costco,
Okay.
did the water test, I think.
Okay.
I don't know, my husband, they were dealing with my husband, so I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Costco. Or
Okay.
whatever they provide.
And then how did that experience go with Costco?
It was good. We're just trying to get a comparison, basically.
Okay.
Not comparison, but that was like
Let me ask you
a year
this.
ago.
At some point, knowing that you guys were just trying to address the water, do you know what the city water report, how they label your water right now?
I don't remember.
Okay, I'm gonna just be simplified
Yeah.
for you. Everybody's entitled to what they call raw water.
Okay.
So raw water means that whatever the city says that you don't like, that's why I'm letting you know this testing kit says what we can do if we can treat that water. Essentially, that city says that's only deemed used for lawn use.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's why just being in perspective, whenever these aquifers connect, you have no control over the lawn use of that water.
Got it.
That's why you're able to say, whoa, I don't want to drink this.
Oh, okay.
That's why people say, you know what? If the water that comes from here that I wash dishes with, there's something in that water. Like that connects to this meter right here.
Gotcha.
It's called TDS. That means that in perspective, whatever test I do, your husband and you are going to say, your senses go off because you're like, and I don't cook with it, but that's why I'm explaining why. Your senses go off because you're like, it smells funny. So that's why your spaghetti smells funny.
Yeah.
All that comes down to me is that's where the EPA says, if you cook with this water, its number that I test today goes into somewhere. Normally it falls into an average and high.
Okay.
When you buy water, that's why you know I'm buying this water. It's been purified. That's what Colligan's known for since 1920, to purify water.
So you want to do soft or this?
That's interesting you say that because it's not really either or, they're half.
Oh.
And that's why I brought my notes here because
I see.
your husband and you got some kind of understanding of water, but what it means is that water is not just water, it's two ways. It's either raw from the city and you want to treat it so then it's working.
Okay.
That's why you're saying, hey, Anthony, if I can do a water test, I need to know if I can use this water to work with you.
Okay.
That means that we're going to take out all the stuff. That's what their technology does.
Okay.
It attracts these metals, and that means that I'm going to take out all the hard stuff that's messing with all the pipes, showering, everything you do.
So it doesn't clog anything.
Not at all. It means that you're finally getting, when we do this test, to say, I'm going to remove this hard stuff that makes it hard.
Okay.
And then at that point, when it's not hard, it's working. So that means I can say, you know what? Wash my car, my clothes, everything is rich, bright color.
Okay. I see
Because
what you're saying.
the stuff that we're removing is guaranteed to make sure it's always removed.
Okay.
That's where Culligan's got a name, because they've been removing stuff since
Right.
1920. So
I know.
unlike other companies, with us, when we remove it, your peace of mind is that this thing doesn't just break down. And that's why I work for Culligan. Their equipment never breaks down.
Okay.
That's how you know, instead of a car concept, buy it fast. Well, what if it's designed to buy forever? And that's why people know Culligan since 1920. So if you ever choose to buy us, that means people can buy or rent, but essentially they're saying that I no longer want to have raw water, I want to have working water. So that's where it covers all your appliances. Washer, dryer, pipes, clothing, shower.
I was gonna say the main thing is shower. So that's like our major, like top 200% that we want just for shower.
Shower.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, along with everything else, but we definitely want shower only.
So
I mean, shower.
shower. So essentially the test I'm going to do today will accommodate the shower.
Okay, good.
The good thing about that is that if you choose to say I want to drink, that's why there's a section by the EPA that says you cannot drink that water that's being treated as drinking water.
Got it.
Cook with it or eat with it.
Okay.
That means that your dedication on that if I want to have life water, that's why we have another unit that goes under the sink.
I see.
That's what's called the life water. So that means when I address the working water today, I'm going to do 2 tests here. One is going to consist of how we remove that water. This right here, and this.
What is that?
This right here, you can check it out. It's the resin in the tank. So when people say, I've never seen it or seen it, many families have seen a tank, but they don't know what it means. The tank is right here. So these two are designed for the shower. Water softening and the whole house, because they connect to the body.
So these have to get 2 of these. Is that what you're saying, or just one or the other?
You can get one.
I see.
But when you get 2, that's why it's called working water, because the whole house filtration is connected to, if your concern is the shower,
Yes.
is it the feeling of the shower or what's in the water that makes the hair hard and stuff?
So our skin.
Okay, so
So,
that's why you have that one.
This
Whole
one.
house. That means that when I do these tests, you can determine on how bad it is
Okay.
if you need that.
I see.
That's
If
why-
I need this.
That's why I don't know yet. That's why I'm
Got
kind of
it.
telling you why it's there. Because if
Got
I
it.
do put in that test and it says the chlorine is high and the nitrate is high, then that means you may want to kill that chlorine, because it's like taking a shower but in the pool.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Because we
Yeah.
remove the hardness with that one. That's how I can tell you it's soft water today with the test.
I see.
If they didn't show you a test, it's because of 2 reasons why Costco. That's why I asked them experience. In this model of understand how simple it is, it's either raw, working, or life, right? Our license is designed for plumbing because we have to tap into the plumbing.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Got it.
So we're licensed to tap into that, and we're bonded. So that means for 25 years, we guarantee you, if we're telling you we're cleaning that stuff, your pipes, your peace of mind is why it's covered by the USA. If we went out of business, the USA covers us because we're involved with the EPA.
Got it.
That second,
And USA too?
the USA bonding insurance.
Okay, got
So it's
it.
different from general contractor can cover me hiding, but you look on the website of a company and they're like, they got 1 employee. Well, they don't have insurance for if I'm the guy coming to do the job.
I see. Got it.
Bonding insurance means that we have insurance for all our employees, workers' comp, and the product, because we manufacture this stuff.
I see.
So when we manufacture, we're telling you that you can find the in-house parts over the 25 years. Equipment has a real specification, so you don't have to say, oh, I'm going to sell it in 4 years. It's
I
bonded
see.
and insured based on the agreement we have. The parts will be available for 25 years.
Okay, got
So
it.
that connects to the plumbing license we have says everything we do is bonded. So if we tap into that, you don't call a plumber like Costco and say, oh, I don't know who's in charge of this.
Yeah, I see what you're
We
saying.
touch straight into that, and we're insured touching that, and it's on record. That's our responsibility.
Okay.
So that means our insurance
That's
is
good to
bonded.
know.
And then you also have, when it comes to the filtration, that's how I can tell you that license says we can offer a filtration home system.
Got it.
Publicly saying it is why the specs say it's 25 years. So whenever someone chooses to rent, that's why it breaks down. Whatever you choose can stay the same. But if you choose to rent is one thing, that means that, hey, it's a fixed rate. So when people ask me, I'm like, it's $60 per item. That's the rent price where you are qualified for us to say, you don't have to worry about it. It's rented. It's our responsibility. The individual that says I want to own it, that's why they save $20 or $30 because that's the reality of owning it and saying it's an intern.
So when you own it, does everything, the whole plumbing and all that stuff still all applies?
Under warranty.
Everything, if you own it.
And there's no special term, so that's why I'm not showing up like, oh, it's when I leave, there's something hidden. I'm letting you know that you have to trust me that they send me to assess it. They don't send me to sell you. When I match it, by law, it has to match that pressure, that pipe, what's in that water.
I see.
That's why I'm going to say this is the system that should match.
Got it.
They're going to say, if that looks good, Anthony, we trust you to deal with our customers. And then that's where I have a sheet here that I try to help families understand, because in the end, I try to get a good picture experience on how it was for you. But this experience says, this is how it looks for me to meet you today. And you as a person are allowing me to just talk with you, explain to you why we're consulting. Site survey is why I need to take pictures of the environment.
Okay.
There's no one going to install today, so they have to take these pictures back to the office and my notes and say, can we make this work? That's why you finally got a call from customer service that the design I took, the pictures that said it matched, hey, they're going to let you know it's a good review. You get installation approval because the application says either you're going to rent it or own it.
Okay.
I'm a field agent, so when they send me out, it's because it's cost effective and not a big old truck saying I don't know what I'm doing.
Got it.
That's why I'm just here to tell you kind of how it may look, fit the system. Some of the questions that families have are more detailed. That references to how you get to monitor. That's why there's since 1920, when the city said, hey, raw water is never going to change, that's when Culligan said, hey, since 1920 till 2024, or 2025 now, we have always delivered metered systems.
Okay.
That means that it's a timer. That's how you know Culligan's got a great name. Everything that's on the clock, how many people in the home, it's timed out to say that's effective. It's going to cycle it with salt.
So you guys get alerted?
That's why there's technology change. Every other company offers a timer. That's why the other competition will cut short a cost, because it's normally that cost and that technology is why these units are maybe 5,000 or under.
Okay.
The reality of it is since 2017, that's why you called today and said, what's going on? Now we can tell you if you rent it, it's always going to be metered because you don't control it. We've been having a brand for all these years developing it.
Right.
But when you buy it, that's how you know that it's automatically smart. That's the difference. And you get to monitor like I do in my house. And that's how I know if I don't need to dump it because my kids are leaving the school in like 4 years, it's not going to use that much salt.
So you're saying, sorry, let me backtrack. So metered, saying that Culligan monitors it. We don't as a homeowner.
Because you can't, because it's got no technology to it.
Gotcha. But if I own it,
You get a choice to buy a smart
to
system.
buy. But let's say if it breaks down.
Same thing, we monitored it from day one. So you know how somebody wears a car out? Nobody knows.
Gotcha. Right.
It's a bad event. That's why they give me the car. They're like, he's not wearing it down. He went from A to B. Mr. Vasquez, we give you everything you need. Just go to A. That's how really life works.
Gotcha.
So they monitor 24/7 by
Okay.
you. The system talks and lets you know it's good, and then it tells us how it's performing.
Okay.
And that's why you don't have to say, Anthony, I want to upgrade in 10 years.
Okay. So the reason I say, so if it breaks down, you guys will come out and replace
Service,
it.
correct. Under warranty too.
Rent and own? Or
Rent,
both?
yeah, rent and own.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Because it's ours if you rent it.
To tell you, okay, so let me tell you what would be best, since you're talking about rent to own. We're probably going to be here for the next less than 10 years.
Okay.
So what would you do if you will only be here for less than 10 years?
Do you own this home?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just keep it brutally honest with you. If I buy your home today and you see somebody show up at a home, did they ever visit you when you first bought your home? The water softener?
No.
Interesting. Some neighborhoods, first thing you show up. Because the water's so bad in every city, that's how you know there's a business for as soon as you show up.
Gotcha.
So when you buy this home,
No, nobody did. I actually
Interesting.
have to reach out.
that's why I'm letting you know I don't know if it's the distance, but all the tract homes, that's the first place we're sent to as a company.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe my husband did. I don't know. I don't think so. But
At least you know that's the
Yeah.
first time they say there's a water report. There's a better way. They say, oh, here's your home. Here's the water report. You're like, whoa, that's crazy. I didn't know my kids are going to be in that. That's how they offer that first.
Gotcha.
Normally when you're at this stage, you buy a home, they know your home is good because the pipes are good. So
I
that's
see.
why whatever you're investing in and we're
Uh-huh.
offering you
Uh-huh.
is a fixed value, because Culligan doesn't just drop its value.
I see.
You'll sell
Right.
the home with it, and it'll be 15,000 more because
Oh, okay.
you
I can
couldn't
sell.
take it. Yes.
Okay.
Or you can take it because we're global. So that's
I
why
see.
you're kind of knowing why I don't want to live
Uh-huh.
in my new home
Mm-hmm.
with raw water.
I see.
So that's normally what families say. I'll either keep it here,
Uh-huh.
and that's why I'm letting you know there's going to be a softener. So the pipes are guaranteed. The new system has leak detection, so you don't
I
have to
see.
say, "Oh, well, I need a plumber." Not at all. Pipes have been running good since Culligan touched the thing. It's been monitored for the last 7 years, 8 years.
Nice. Okay.
I think that's a big bonus instead of when a new homeowner buys an old home.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate, but there's no detection on the pipes.
So that part you would own.
No, you own all that. When we rent it, that means the term is up. We just take it.
I see. I see.
Yeah, it's pretty
gotcha.
simple, yeah.
Gotcha. But then the value you said will probably go up like 50.
It goes up. It goes up a guaranteed 15,000. So
Really?
even if I'm telling you, there's no limit. When you tell a homeowner, I'm buying an old home,
Okay.
and you know there's calcium buildup, the
Right.
pipes are not good. And
Okay.
I promote that to every person because there's no sign. I have
Right.
little paperwork I print out, and you'd be amazed at when it builds up. It heats up, messes with the water heater. That's how you hear it.
Okay.
In the shower, it builds up on the walls. When I do the last test, that's why I'm answering your questions, because as I go through them, I'm just going to show you and you can connect it to why I'm letting you know there are things that change. Like when you take a shower from here on, you won't have to use as much soap. So knowing that we had a couple of questions
Oh, I see.
asked,
Right. Right.
I'm going to kind of go into what you would expect today, which is I need to see how it feels because the meter systems
Okay.
is 0 to 5. So Culligan's been doing this for so long that whenever we hook it up with no smart technology, it's just on off. That's what this is, on off. So you're gonna feel the water, see how soft it is. That's the comparison that you need less soap when I do this test. You have to put a raw value to if I only do little soap and 5 times as much. That's why everybody has Dime, and some who have softeners have the best smelling soap they can have.
Awesome.
So it's those two things. If you can grab me a quick bowl and 3 cups,
Yeah.
that'll be helpful.
Okay. What?
A bowl and a bowl to submerge this in 3 cups.
A bowl like.
Actually, this.
Oh, that's good. And then 3 cups.
Yep, this will work.
Oh my goodness. What kind of cups? Like these?
Yep.
Or
That'll
does it
work.
have to be the same?
Nope, that's fine.
Sure.
Yep. Last thing is if you have a power outlet around here.
Yes, it's on that side over there to the
It'll
left.
fit.
Is that gonna fit? Here's the 3 cups. You would think the sink is big enough, but it's not.
You know. So this is important because the system has a manual. It tells you you have to watch your soap. So are you guys using Tide Pods or you guys using the liquid soap?
Both.
Okay, if you use Tide Pods, you can't use those. I recommend the first couple of months use liquid soap because the Tide Pods are designed where you can cut it in half, it breaks down. Liquid soap, you only need exactly what you evaluate with your mind here and how much you have to use. So this right here is a mini softener. That means when I run it through the system, it's gonna output the water.
Can it reach?
Yeah, I can reach. It's gonna output the water. The goal is I have to count the hardness, the grains by hardness, which is knowing that we're at this phase, just kind of talking. Some of the tests are gonna relate to how many hardness grains is connected to the shower usage, work and stuff. And then this here just tells us what we're removing from the water. All right, so I'm gonna start with that one there. In this simulation, this is designed because instead of me asking the family, the presentation I have, I must have left my little laptop in the car. This one done okay. That's why I felt a little light. These value products right here, I'm gonna run and go get my laptop.
Okay.
These products have a raw value. So I don't know how often you buy, but there's what you're going to buy, and then there's the value you have to put on this tablet of what products you have.
Okay.
So I'm gonna allow you, just while I run real quick. This
Down
right
here?
Yeah, that right there, your raw value. So you know, so this is what you're doing. Here, I did know that. This is what I mean by that. Whenever that builds up an hour later,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
and then this is why, wherever it's at, you're using these products to treat it. That value turns into a raw value where if you leave it the same, there's a value of what's under here. If we take that raw value and convert it to something of value and clean it out, now you know why you have used your raw value and then transform that into a fixed value. Because
Okay.
that's never going to change.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you do that real quick while I run to
So
the car.
just write down what I have?
Yeah, not that what you have, but just what you estimate your average monthly cost or every 2 months cost might be for cleaning products.
Okay, got it. Oh, average. I don't know, 100 a month? I don't need to break it down, right?
No, that's just what you estimate. And it's not designed to be something where it like offends somebody. It's just designed to tell you you have a raw value, and then I'm letting you know what the value is, and you can accept if you want to mesh it and have a fixed value with solving the problems from the current money you have.
I see. I can see if I can unplug this. You want me to plug it in, or you're?
Oh no, not yet. It's
Oh,
going
not
to
yet.
in a second. So Ms. Grace, no matter what, you know, every company has a presentation.
Yeah.
When I do this, I've done my best to kind of talk with you without boring you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let
So
me
that
move
way you
this
kind of
out.
have a better understanding of where I'm going is based on how they want me to speak with you about.
Okay. That's crazy. You guys work on Saturdays.
Every other Saturday.
Oh, that's not bad.
Big copy, but it didn't show it. All right. So when you reserve a time for Culligan, anybody's entitled to an hour water test. You control it. I answer some of the questions that you have. As you know about Culligan, we've been in business since over 100 years, and we're global. So wherever you go, you can take your system. It doesn't just break down. Home Solutions, when you gave us a call, you were questioning if you still want to stay with your raw water, if you would like us to treat it and it's now working water, and then you now know why I have to tell you you can't drink the water, because they call that life water when it's drinking. A couple of things about your water and what brings your surprise when it's hard, it's because there's things in the water. So real quickly, while I'm doing this, I'll just fill up some of these tests, and then they kind of.
It doesn't affect our pool, right?
No. Well, here's the thing. When it comes to the pool will always have your solution on how to treat your pool. I
Okay.
kind of go through this often. You can always have a separate tap where it's always going to be raw water from your house. That's what I have on most of the homes.
Okay.
So you always have raw water,
Okay.
but when it goes to the system, it goes to the home.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
That's where, because some people
I
have
see.
lawns and they have gardens, and we
Okay.
recommend raw water versus treated
Okay.
water.
Okay.
So that's how
Yeah,
there's a
because I'm
difference.
like, wait, that's not going to affect anything, is it?
No, we would have
I
a
don't
separate
know.
outlet so that way you can refill your pool anytime with the raw water. Because what you've done is, but everybody's familiar with raw water, how to treat it.
Right.
That's why I keep the same raw water.
Okay.
But at least you know the home is why in the home there's a difference. The stuff that you're asking about is in the city water report. That's where all this stuff comes from. So whenever I do these tests, a lot of families will ask, like, how does it get there? I just tell them that's how water works. It doesn't evaporate. Culligan just tells you that's how they've been knowing how this thing does since like 1920, because it just doesn't leave Earth. It just changes. The water quality report, if you've never seen it, that connects to today. If you go to a restaurant, we do this quick test because in the end, you trust whatever water you have, but they want me to brush across this because health-wise, there's something called PFAS in the water. That means that PFAS is, you can read over that and then I'll finish filling this last bottle up. So in short, that just means that when you see the stuff on TV, when they say that zone is hazardous, it's true because all that stuff that's burnt up that has Teflon on it and rainproof,
Right.
that is actually called PFAS. So that stuff now is in our water, and it means that they can't clean it out because it's not designed to even be burnt up. So when it changes forms in your water report, you'll see something called PFAS, which means it causes cancer. It's like, so they just want you to know if you keep buying water, now you know why Culligan says, you know what reverse osmosis is? It's designed to make sure that it's eliminating PFAS in the water. So they want families to focus on living long, healthy. That means that you'll consider PFAS in your drinking water.
Got it.
Next thing is, if you want to know more about that, I'll send you a code about where you can see what that stuff means if you're risking drinking your water. We're environmentally, okay, I can send that to you. We're environmentally friendly, so you won't find us doing this. They don't want families to buy plastic. In the end, now you know there's microplastics out there. It just means you're better off getting your water direct from here if you're committing to a service that's plastic bottle related. That's why that's there. So I'll let you check this here. That also means I'll stop at this moment while these tests are coming up. This is your sink water. Do you guys ever use that water?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the time.
So if I do this, you're knowing the test results is not designed for you and your family to be fearful. It is making it knowledgeable that moving forward, if you trust Culligan, you will trust that your bottled water will be in your home at ideal. And that's why whatever test number I have is not a magic trick. It's got to have this thing. And I say that because if you don't have anything you trust, you know, you go to restaurants, commercial restaurants are 400.
I could taste it too. A lot of restaurants, I'm like, there's just taste
Now
to
you know
it.
why, and I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't give $1 of my money there. Just because I work in this field, this tells you if I know I will live long if I ate here for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's kind of the reason why there's a test here. So they want commercial businesses like BJ's, Starbucks, they use minimum mountain spring water below. That's why the quality is better just in life. And
We just had BJ's too
it's a good thing.
yesterday.
So this will help you know that if you have one of these, they're $10.
Okay.
That's the life thing for your family when you go places. Anywhere you go to know it's good water.
No way.
That's why I'm letting you know. So if you want to write it down, it's $10, and this will be your paper here. It's called a TDS meter.
TDS meter. Okay.
DS.
TDS.
That's the truth behind what you can't see. That means that
Crazy.
this next test is going to say if it's true that all these waters are clear. That terminology is called total dissolved solids.
Okay.
That's because they're both clear. So you don't really know what's good for you, right? I'm gonna have you smell this one. This is ours. And give it a quick taste. Kind of give it a quick wish
Taste?
around. Yep, yes, it's ours. You're gonna tell yourself.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna test that real quick. So if that's good water, and the EPA says it's good drinking water, our goal is to get you here. But we're gonna check and see what we can do.
Well, you just stick it in there?
Yeah, that's where we are now.
Oh.
So where we at?
2, 3. 3.
Sounds about right.
That's
That
crazy.
means that's good water. Right? We're gonna check in here. We can put that cup to the side. And this is from the sink, I believe.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Holy moly. Shut the front door. That's crazy.
Probably about 5 years of your life not knowing.
255.
So that means that 5 years of your life,
Average tap water.
it would mean that whatever they change, you won't see.
Yeah.
That's why you won't ever really know unless you have this meter. Does that make sense why I'm letting you?
It does, yeah.
That's your, if you're gonna trust it, that's kind of why I'm letting you know, let's put a meter you'll need.
Yeah.
So the tap, so that this report, I'm gonna put in here some of the stuff I've done and take the notes down because that's what we're saying we can clean out when I match the system. So the TDS is what you say?
255.
All right, and then we're gonna check the one right here, the last one, to see how it is for the
Okay.
fridge.
Could it be the cup too? 220.
It did do its job though. These are only 30 parts per million.
Okay.
So that's how you know it'll take it from 250
That's crazy.
to 220.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows at Cedars because they're not water specialists. It's a 30 parts per million filter.
We might as well just have tap water.
I mean, hey, at least you know you were doing your best, right?
Can I take a picture of this thing?
Yeah, that, yeah.
That is nuts.
So ideally, if we can get you 0 to 50 here, that's why I recommended if you are using that, you kind of know how you can use this, because if they change it, I think some of the homes are at 350, commercials are at 4, so you know at least the city's doing their best to keep it under control as best as they can at average tap water. All right, this right here will mean that as we do the next test, it's gonna tell you the softness. This softness is gonna let me check these two measurements on here. So far here, this is the nitrate. So in the house, nitrate level is like the power part.
So what is that? Is that 1?
Nitrates,
Okay.
arsenic in that category. So I would say that's probably about a 5.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Well water is normally a 10.
Wow.
So that we have something that'll solve that. That is the whole home filtration that solves the nitrates. This right here is a chlorine. This is part of the whole home filtration as well. The pool water is here. That's where you guys fall right underneath.
Yeah. Wow.
So the softener will remove what you're gonna have here. The whole home filtration will eliminate you from getting in the pool and then getting into a lower pool. And normally that's why the chlorine is high in many places, because it's the only thing that cleans the water. So most of the time, that's how you'll have, like, your body will be getting away from the chlorine. I think right now you guys probably never get a chance because it's always chlorine from the pool.
Yeah.
This right here, I'm gonna cut it on here. When I do this, you're gonna have one hand, and this is designed to see how it works. So when I cut this on, it's gonna come out here. When it comes out here, you're gonna let your hand rest like this, and then you're gonna take this normal hospital grade soap. And then what my goal is when I do 2 hands, you can feel it, but you're so used to your water and you have a pool, I think you know what hard is.
Yeah.
So that's why we're
hands
gonna
are
do 2.
completely hard.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna do 2 hands and let you just try not to just get the soap in that cup.
So wait, so I use this one hand and put,
Both of them.
wash it.
Yeah, both of them.
Okay.
Go ahead and wash that up.
Got
Just
it.
try not to get in the cup.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do it low. Oh. Okay. I'm washing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can wash your hands all the way off and then
Wash it off?
Yeah, wash your hands all the way off.
Okay.
And you can get you your paper towel.
Yeah, there. I can't get it off. Okay. Do I just wipe it?
Yep, got your hands off.
That's pretty good.
Now, the reason why I did this, because the test will say how it works, but you know there's a term, 0 to 5. But now you know why we've been known for just, as soon as you cut the light on, it's soft. You don't get to control it.
Yeah.
That's called rental.
Got it.
There's no control.
Yeah.
The one you buy has dial soft. That's why you can say it's a little too soft. I want to turn it down a little bit.
Oh, I
and
see.
turn it down.
I
and
see.
turn it down. I just want water that's hard but nothing in it. That's why you get the dial it down.
I see.
So that's the difference on why there's rental, because you can't control that. It's just 0 to 5 all the way on. That's a 0 to 5.
I gotta write that down.
Oh,
Oh, I got a pen.
got a pen?
Oh, that's soft. Right?
Yeah, that's soft. I mean, that's like going to a spa, but you never worry about it. It's just always soft. And if you get tired of it, you can dial it in a couple of months to make it less, but it's a preference. But that's what it means from 0 to 5 is soft water.
Oh, you already wrote it for me. Right here. Okay.
Okay, you got it. With that water being soft, because we've taken all the hardness out, that's where this test will say how much is our money are we saving. So one of them is raw water. One of them is soft water. And my goal is to allow you to, when you did that calculation on cost, I got a little bit left for that. So that's an example of what I'm off at the last drop.
Yeah. What is it?
This is hospital soap. Let me let you smell it. So when you go to the hospital, they don't have dime. They
Okay.
have a filtration system, and all it is just soap. So our goal is to say, if I drop 3 drops here and that soap builds up and does its job because I've removed the hardness, then that is different when I drop the 3 drops in here and I need a concentrated soap like this, dime, to address the hardness just to give me soap. So that's why right now we're gonna let you know how much money you're gonna save, which means in the washing machine, you cannot put that high amount of stuff in there. It will overbust your washing machine. And that's a part of the manual that says, we've treated the water, you have to be conscious on how much soap you use. Kind of follow me there? So we'll do right here, this is 3 drops here. 3 drops here. So in the manual now, you know, you don't have to read it fully because you know how much soap you should and should not use if you treated your water. Because it looks like, that's how it looks.
Got it.
So that Dawn should last you 4 months maybe.
Wow.
And that's the distance, the reason why. So we're gonna attempt now, because this soap is designed to, we need concentrate. So I'm gonna add 8 more drops just to get us some kind of suds. With every drop, there's another chemical. Because when it heats up, it hits the shower, that's why you need calcium cleaner. In here, when it heats up, you need to have something for this thing just to keep it from crystal clear.
Okay.
No matter what, you're gonna have every different type of product because it changes form. It's a solid, but it's changing forms. So that's where those other products, I'm gonna simulate adding, if I can, 8 more drops or whatever I got left because I need some more soap.
So,
1, 2, 3. Okay, I could try to use yours. I'll use one of yours. Let me just see what we got here. I had 3 more, but. Changes colors too.
yeah.
So that's the difference between if you're using shampoo products on your body, it's just water at that point.
Okay.
So hopefully that kind of makes a little bit more sense that
does.
all the products that you do use won't have a back effect where you have to retreat it again. That's how it eliminates all the calcium runoff.
Yeah.
It's because you're not having to treat it with another product just for changing its form.
Got it. This is completely clear.
Yeah, it's good water.
Crazy.
2 things just before I finish up the last 2 tests. I have to check the pipe size outside
Okay.
and the pressure, and then
Are you going in the backyard or the front yard?
well, most of the time, the main, water pressure regulator is, I'm assuming it's in the front.
I think
All right,
so.
so we can do a little exploration.
Since he's in the backyard, I just want to make sure you're.
Okay. Okay.